Welcome to State of Her podcast, where everyone should be seen and heard. I'm your host, Sharon, and tonight we're going to talk about how the GOP failed to produce fireworks in their Twitter hearing, and Trump crying over a tweet that Chrissy Teigen made a few years ago, where she appropriately describes him as a PAB, and we'll get into that as to what that means. I'll let one of the congressmen explain what PAB means, so stick around and you'll find out. I'm going to open this up with a disturbing video about what Ron DeSantis is doing in Florida and how he is a small version of what the GOP wants to do all over the country. And I am in one of those red states that has a majority GOP legislature. And I'm worried, I'm very concerned, and the fact that they are so brazen to do this and attack Black communities during Black History Month. And I will close out with what Alex Jones also said about Black Americans and his rhetoric and how dangerous it is to the Black community. So, with that said, I'm going to put this up with the video from TikTok.
Are you kidding me right now? I mean, folks, let me tell you something. I'm not an alarmist, but I've got to sound some alarms because, listen, we better wake up now. Because what is going on in Florida is freaking frightening. And ridiculous, and we better pay attention. Because right now, listen, already they've banned the teaching of the AP Black History course, saying it's illegal. That true Black history, the divulging of systemic racism throughout the history of our country, all that, whoa, it's illegal. We can't even have it. We can't even teach it. We can't even have that knowledge anymore. That's illegal. Are you kidding me? And now they are actually banning books to the point where it's a felony if a teacher has an unapproved book actually in their room. Can you believe this? Folks, we have got to wake up. They are making it illegal to have certain books in the classroom, and they're going to punish teachers and even a librarian who messes up, punishable up to 5 years in prison, a felony crime. Are you not paying attention to this? And now, listen, girls who want to play sports in school have to divulge their menstrual cycles. Are you freaking out of your mind? And not just that, those records, folks, listen, pay attention. Those records are not being protected in a medical company, right? No. There's no HIPAA laws that are going to apply to those medical records, so that what can happen? Guess what? The state of Florida could actually subpoena those records. Folks, listen, we have got to freaking wake up. I mean, listen, if you want to know what you would have been doing back when Nazi Germany was rising to power and Hitler was rising to power, if you want to know what you would have been doing back then, just look at what you're doing now. Because I'm watching, I'm not in Florida, but let me tell you something. Florida is a test run. It is a test run to see how far these freaking fascist, egomaniac, Christian religious extremists, right-wing, listen, it's a test to see how far they can push it and what's going to be done. And let me tell you something, you may not be in Florida, but this is coming to a state and a city near you if it isn't already there. And we better freaking wake up. And I'm wondering, where are the wealthy progressives right now? Funding the ability for this to be taught if they're not going to let in a school to rent public spaces, conference centers, make it so that people can come on the weekends and learn this information. Where are those people? Where are they out in the streets and demanding that this be changed? Where's the rage? Where's the, because listen, folks, it's coming. They're not going to stop. If it's a felony now for a book, just imagine what it's going to be in a few weeks, a few months. If it's illegal, if girls are having to report their menstrual cycles just to play sports, what's it going to be next? Folks, I've been a conservative evangelical. I was for 20 some years. I know these people and I know how they operate, and I know it's not about Jesus. It's not about faith. It's not about anything. It's not about morality. It's not about life. It's not about babies. And it has, listen, it's not about that. It's about one damn thing. It's power and control over you. And we better wake up, because I'm afraid it may already be too late.
I really hope it's, but if you are in Florida, if you're a listener and you're in Florida, please leave me a comment of what you're going through right now under DeSantis's reign of terror. And I'd especially like to hear from Black people that live in Florida. What are the Black people doing? Are there any Black organizations that are organizing to fight back against this tyranny and these attacks from an obvious white nationalist racist? I would really like to understand why it's so quiet down there, and people are just allowing this crazy man to rain terror on the citizens, especially the black citizens and the black children in that state. I would really like to hear from someone that lives there and what's going on down there. So this next piece is about is the update about the Twitter hearing fails for the GOP yesterday. They just embarrassed themselves because they were crying foul, saying that Twitter was biased towards progressives and liberal voices, which is not true, which I have talked about numerous times in my past podcasts about the media. The media is bought up by billionaires. Billionaires don't want to pay taxes. They don't care about the regular people. They just want more worker bees to keep the cogs in the wheel turning. So this is a video with AOC where she is talking to one of the executives of Twitter and how they responded to Trump when Chrissy Teigen tweeted out what she tweeted out. Let's see, should I play that first? I think I'm going to play the tweet first about Chrissy Teigen's tweet that got Trump's White House to contact Twitter because the GOP were saying that President Biden was talked to Twitter organization to get some news about Hunter Biden and that laptop story removed, and that wasn't the case. So let's play this clip here.
Earlier, you testified about a 2019 tweet that was about President Trump, and I think it was from Ms. Teigen. What was the tweet about?
Would you like me to give the direct quote?
Yeah.
Please excuse my language. This is a direct quote, but Chrissy Teigen referred to Donald Trump as a pussy ass bitch.
Okay. Free speech. And what happened after Ms. Teigen posted her tweet? What did the White House do? What did the Trump White House do?
From my understanding, the White House reached out to ask that this tweet be removed. It was my team's job. This fell underneath the policy for abusive behaviors. And we evaluated underneath our insults policy. At that time, up to 3 insults were allowed. And so it was our job to determine how many insults were included within that phrase.
So the Trump White House reached out, not an agency, but the White House reached out and requested that you remove the tweet.
From my understanding, yes.
Okay. Miss
So it was the Trump White House that reached out to Twitter headquarters to have that tweet removed. Biden, on the other hand, has never reached out to Twitter headquarters to have any news, good or bad, about Hunter and his laptop and his private parts removed from Twitter. I mean, how ridiculous is this? I feel like I'm stuck in a Black Mirror episode or a Twilight Zone episode. That we're actually they're using their time as for vengeance. They're weaponizing our government to go on these vengeance escapades. Here is AOC also in the hearing yesterday. She is talking to the same lady, and here are her remarks.
I just want to start off right here at the top here. This isn't even my line of questioning, but I'd like to submit to the record a Washington Post article. Now warning about Hunter Biden laptop disinformation. The guy who leaked it. Here's the deal. To submit to the record a Washington Post article now warning about Hunter Biden laptop disinformation, the guy who leaked it. Here's the deal. Before I even get into my questions, I think that the story here with the New York, with the
Okay, I apologize for that. I don't know why it keeps buffering, but I will. I'll post the link to the video in the tweet for that in the description of the podcast today. So I apologize for that. I'm also using a new platform. I'm using StreamYard. This is the first time I'm using it. So it seems kind of glitchy a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead with this last story about Alex Jones. Now, this also is very troubling. Black people are under attack in this country. And whether anybody wants to admit it or not, we are under attack. The White House is not doing anything about it. None of our politicians are doing anything about it, and it's troubling that we are, with the police brutality and everything, they all give lip service as to what they want to do, and how bad it is, or things like that. But there's still no real concrete action. This kind of rhetoric right here, Alex Jones says a gang of racist foaming at the mouth black people are coming for your family. Advise this audience to kill every person you need to. That's a threat. That's not a veiled threat. That's not a possible threat. That's not an imaginary threat. You see it right here in black and white. I will also post a link to this article, which also has a video. I'm not going to play the video because I'm sure it'll be frustrating. I really don't like these serious voice anyway. But other countries, example Canada, has listed white national Nazi groups as hate groups. The United States refuses to list these Nazi white nationalist groups hate groups, which that's another question in itself. The DOJ is failing at every corner of protecting black people and labeling these groups as hate groups. There needs to be more of an outrage, more pushback from the white community, especially. We saw that when Kanye made the remarks that he made, and Candace Owens, which rightfully so, the black community did push back before, the Jewish community made their comments, and then there was like a big extreme misunderstanding about that, where everybody was saying, well, why doesn't the black community say anything? Well, we do try to hold our own accountable. We did say, try to cancel Kanye years before he made these stupid remarks. When he was being anti-black, everybody was fine with it. Oh, he's a genius. Oh, he's just misunderstood. Oh, he's still dealing with the grief of his mother passed away. My late husband passed away 9 years ago. We were together for 20 years. That was immeasurable grief for me. The first 2 years after he passed away was very, very hard, and I can't even describe it. But I never used his passing and how close we were. He was my best friend. Is saying stupid things and doing stupid things. Mind you, I'm not like, a billionaire, and I'm not a celebrity or anything like that. But we try to hold Kanye accountable. So the white community needs to hold their own accountable for the rhetoric like this. Because, like I said, this is a threat, a full-blown threat to the black community. This is dangerous, and it's Black History Month. So I will close out with that call to action. Anyone in the white community that's listening to this, get a handle on the relatives that are part of these groups. Report them to the authorities. This is not right. And call out these right-wing celebrities that are spewing this dangerous rhetoric, this anti-black, racist, dangerous rhetoric. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me. If you like the program, please leave a comment, leave a question. You can also leave a voicemail on the podcast webpage, which is the Anchor site. I will upload it later. I think I'm going to post this on YouTube as well. But you can reach me on my socials. If you would like, you can donate to the programming. I'm peer supported, so all contributions and donations will be greatly, greatly appreciated. I would like to give a shout out to Vivian, to Jocelyn, and please I think it's friend that donated, Eddie. I would like to give a shout out to all of them for being my top supporters and helping me get some new equipment that I needed. And I will see you all on the next program. Thank you.